can't possibly be me, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm a surface designer, and it is with such joy that I can say that as I'm 2 years into this now, there really truly is room for everyone because we all have a different voice. All of these licenses occurred last year over, oh my goodness, I think probably 30 designs, and they're dreamy designs. They're wallpaper,
Yeah.
they're organic bamboo baby clothes.
Oh my goodness.
They're fabrics for large companies. Um, I just wouldn't have thought any of this is possible, but you hear these things, but it's surreal and it's really dreams coming true. I am a full-fledged surface designer, and it's because of everything I've learned with you, Bonnie.
Hi, everyone. I'm here with Melissa Johnson. Hi, Melissa. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you live, and how would you describe today what you do?
So my name's Melissa Johnson. We live in Illinois. We're from Indiana. I have three babies. I shouldn't say babies anymore. They're actually in school now, so it's going to be a little bit quieter than usual. I'm a surface designer, and it is with such joy that I can say that confidently. Um, and knowing that just a year ago, I was shaking as I put on my new website and my Instagram profile that I was a surface designer. And I thought I was taking a chance by doing that.
Yeah,
But I can truly say that I am a full fledged surface designer. And it's because of everything I've learned with you, Bonnie.
that's amazing. I can't wait to get I have chills. I can't wait to get to everything that has become possible for you. But so take me back to that moment. What was going on for you in your life?
So, as a mom with three littles, I had started to find little pockets of time when the kids were napping or picking them up from preschool where I would start to teach myself how to hand letter and sketch. And it started to actually turn into a small business where I was getting custom work. I opened an Etsy shop, and I was just so excited until I got so busy that I felt like I was drowning. It felt like it should be something that was joyful and a growing business, but I just felt like it wasn't sustainable.
Yeah.
And I would create a custom that took me 6 hours, and I would send it off, and there was the artwork. No more continual income on that piece that I had just spent hours on. And I had gotten to the point right before Christmas, before I found immersion, that I was doing several customs a day. And I said, I'm still not um, what I thought was successful. I was stressed out, wasn't making great income still, but was working very hard. And it was almost like magical moment when I saw something pop up in my feed about surface design.
And what did you think when you saw that phrase? Like,
As soon as I let it sit for a moment, like surface design, and I saw some of your sketches that you were creating in um, the the information for the workshop, I said, "Oh, this sketch is just like my baby's blanket. This is just like my bedding. Oh my goodness, somebody." Just like I've heard before, time and time again, somebody actually made this. And
yeah.
I feared to say what others have said over and over again, but it was like the light bulb aha moment where I was just so excited at the potential of
Yeah.
of it all.
What opportunity or what goal that you had that got you excited?
I'm a country girl.
Yeah,
And
me too.
I'm so I truly love just being outside, and even more so being outside with my children, and just having the flexibility to be able to play with them whenever I want to. And then to be able to take care of my family and volunteer at school, but still also have a career that feeds my creative drive um, and is successful. So uh, I I thought the excitement was there when I learned about the workshop, but I said, can't possibly be me, but I'm going to give it a shot.
So you decided to join us. Were there any kind of obstacles that you had to overcome in order to get there?
Absolutely. I didn't have an art degree or anything. I had just taught myself to hand letter. I had just taught myself to watercolor, and now I had to learn these programs to make the pattern. So that was absolutely probably the initial first challenge with surface design was learning the program until I took your course, and it just I was able to keep up. I was surprised by that. When I did have any problems, there were just wonderful experts and friends within the course that, would say, "Oh, this is what I ran into, and this is how I overcame it." I would think technology was probably, and then, like you said,
Yeah.
our mindset,
Yeah. Yeah. Couldn't possibly be me.
right?
How did you structure your action and your progress and motivation?
I think we all have a creative drive inside of us, and it takes a while to find like what it is that we want to create. We'll see someone else's art that we think is just absolutely beautiful, but it's not authentic to us. But it doesn't hurt to try that first to learn, um, and then make it your own. So that was something like right off the bat. Your one of your sayings is there's room for you. Well, I said, okay, I'm going to put that on my laptop. I'm touching it right now. Um, I said, okay, that's nice. There's room for us.
Mm, yeah.
But as I'm 2 years into this now, there really truly is room for everyone because we all have a different voice,
Mm,
and it does take time to find your voice, and I think we all try to rush it because we're so excited to be successful, and we're so excited to show what we're capable of, but it honestly just takes time to, try different mediums and, listen to our heart, and, I could draw an owl, once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, and it's gonna look different with watercolor, with pencil, with charcoal, digitally created. It just takes time.
that exploration is just it's fun first and foremost, but also it's just part of it. You have to just figure out what do you like? How do you like to make art? You don't know
I
until you
love
try.
that.
So I want to get to your success because I know so much has come true for you in the last year. So tell me about what success you've seen.
I might get a little bit emotional here, and I apologize. So I didn't realize how much success I had had last year because last February, my dad was diagnosed with brain cancer,
Mm,
and was with him every day of that journey. Um, and it was a very difficult journey, but when he would rest in the hospital, I would sketch, and it really helped in so many ways. Um, but once Dad was home, and we knew that he was going to be with the Lord soon. Um, uh, it just this ability to be able to create in the sidelines, take care of my family, take care of my dad, but still produce artwork, is just
mm,
a gift beyond anything I could have imagined. So to my point, I apologize. Circling back
oh,
around,
sweet.
circling back around to the new year. My dad passed 3 months ago. I started to do kind of a recap this year and realized, wow, how did I do all of that in the
Mm,
margins? How did I create 3 collections while I cared for my family, my dad, and my home? Um, I don't
wow.
think any other career would allow that to happen.
Right, and not only did it allow it to happen, but there's something healing in it as well.
Without a doubt. Actually, my 2 most recent collections, Elizabethton, Tennessee is where we vacationed often in the Smokies, and, that was something that was really special to my dad and our family, so just creating art around those special memories, and then the second one was Dutch Lane, which is the 1-mile drive, from my home to my dad's, and, it
Yeah.
and both of those are licensed.
Yeah, oh
Um,
my goodness.
and it's just to me, you hear these things, but it's surreal and it's really dreams coming true. It's just
Okay,
unreal
so
to me how many opportunities.
I know that you've worked with Loomwell, Hawthorne Supplies, Carriage House Fabrics, Dreamy Skies Baby, Ellie and Lane, Stroller Society, Bella Collective, Early Grey, Playing Baby, and more coming. Talk to us about that.
It is just, like I said, like all of these licenses occurred last year during a very a hard time, the hardest time in my life. I still was able to license over, oh my goodness, I think probably 30 designs, and they're dreamy designs. They're wallpaper.
Yeah.
They're organic bamboo baby clothes.
Oh my goodness.
They're fabrics for large companies. Um, I just wouldn't have thought any of this is possible. But one thing I did want to make sure that I shared is that we have to put ourselves out there.
Mm.
And if we don't, those opportunities will not present themselves. I have only shared my journey on Instagram basically, and that is where 100% of my licensing has come from.
Wow.
And I haven't reached out to anyone.
Wow. Okay, so talk to me a little bit more about that.
I think going back to there's room for you is I thought, yes, I can create art, but there's so many better artists than me. There's so many better surface designers than me, but it doesn't matter because my voice is different from your voice. And it took me 2 years to realize that. We can
Yeah.
all draw a flower. You can say, hey,
Mhm.
guys, can you all draw a flower? And every one of them will look different. And
Mm.
that's something that took a bit to learn. But yeah, just overcoming the fact that there truly is room for all of us because every one of our voices are different.
What has all of this made possible for you in your personal life and for your family?
So I just reflecting back on the last year, I mean, that is success to be able to care for my family and
Yeah.
join my family, to be able to have the flexibility to create when I can create and still find success, and financially to be able to contribute to my family, but also just to be available to people that need me. Um, I think that to me is, I can't believe how much success I found in the last year, to be quite honest.
And what do your kids think about seeing mom do this and be creative and have products with their stuff on it? What do your kids think?
It is, I think that's probably the biggest joy. They're
Yeah.
typically on my lap or next to me.
Yeah.
And then just this morning, my youngest 6-year-old, Mama, come here, I have to show you something. And he opened up his Pokemon coloring book and said, Mama, pattern.
Oh my goodness.
So they're in on it, and they're creating with me. And I think it's really wonderful to show them how hard I'm working, um,
Yeah,
joyfully working,
right.
painting next to them in the yard or sketching next to them at my desk here.
Yeah.
It's a family. It really is a family thing. I have to fight for my Wacom sometimes with my 9-year-old because she wants to create another pattern.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's really fun.
And just to know that she's excited about the potential that she can create something like
Yeah.
that and it could become a product,
Mhm.
is just, it's just so cool.
What would you say to someone who was where you were just a few years ago thinking about this?
Um, to be honest, I was concerned about the investment because I had not paid for any kind of art education and it felt a little bit selfish.
Yeah.
Um, but when I brought up the conversation to my husband, he quickly said, "This is an investment in yourself," and I'm just so grateful that I made the investment because it was such a small investment considering the amazing return that I've seen in my life and my family's life. If you put yourself out there, it'll
Yeah.
come back to you more than you can possibly imagine. But you do have to put in the work.
You gotta put in the work.
Absolutely. And this course is so fundamental to mental success or mental health,
Mhm.
as well as setting up your business because you just avoid all of those stumbling blocks that will occur. it just takes away a lot of the drag that you would have to go through to try to teach yourself on this on your own, whereas the immersion course just runs you through from the foundation, just
Mhm.
keeping your mental health and creativity in your life.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. We have adored watching your journey. I can't wait to see what's next for you.
Thank you so much for everything.
Mm.
Thank you, Bonnie.